Idli, dosa, uttapam are some of the favorite dishes from south of India. Who doesn't like having soft fluffy idlis or crispy dosas filled with that yummy potato filling? But let's be real, when it comes to making them at home, not everyone has the time nor energy to make fermented batter every day. It can be really very exhausting, and if you're a beginner, it's straight up overwhelming. What if I told you that one batter can do it all and save your time, effort, and stress for days? Today I will show you how a single batter becomes your base for multiple meals. It's simple, efficient, and perfect for meal prep as well. Namaskar and welcome to Curries with Bumbi. Okay, first let's make the basic batter. You need 4 cups of idli rice. If you want to make perfect idlis, please use idli rice. It is sold in all Indian grocery stores. Rinse 4 cups of idli rice thoroughly. Then also rinse 1 cup of whole urad dal. If you do not get whole urad dal, split urad dal will also do. I added half a teaspoon of fenugreek seeds to the urad dal. Now you need to soak these in water for 4 to 5 hours. After that we need to blend these. We will first blend the dal. Drain all the water in which the dal was soaked and add the dal to your blender jar. I always use chilled water from the refrigerator so that the batter doesn't get heated up from the motor heat of the blender. Do not add too much water to start with. Add about 1/4 of a cup of water at a time and blend it. You need to stop the blender frequently, scrape the sides and add water again. What you need is a smooth batter, and the batter shouldn't be too thick nor too thin. See how smooth it is. So I am done grinding the urad dal. We do the same thing with rice, that is, drain off all the water and add the rice to the blender. If you are using a small blender, please blend it in batches, or else it will be too much of a load on the motor of your blender. Add little water at a time and blend it. In between, I added about half a cup of cooked rice. Again, add little water each time and use cold chilled water. The cooked rice really makes the idlis very soft. Recently, I've bought this wet grinder, and this is particularly for grinding rice and dal for making idlis and dosas. And according to me, this does the best job in grinding. But my friends, you really do not have to invest on this. If you are making idlis every week, then this is a very good choice. When blending rice, keep the batter a little bit coarse, like when you rub the batter against your fingers, you should be able to feel like sand grains. Not too coarse, but you will get that feel of graininess. Once done blending, add it to your urad dal batter. Add a few tablespoons of water to your blender jar to get all that batter. Now using your hand, mix the batter very well. And my friends, you need to use your hands here. Now if the weather is warm, that is during summertime, you can put a towel on your bowl and keep it inside your oven or microwave without turning on the microwave or oven, and keep it like this overnight. You can keep only the light of the oven switched on to create a little bit of warmth during winter time. For me, it takes way over 12 to 18 hours even during summer for the batter to ferment. During winter, it takes way more time than that. What I do is I always ferment my batter in my Instant Pot. You can either switch on the keep warm mode, or you can do what I do, that is switch on the yogurt function. If using the yogurt mode, remember to switch off boil function, or else it will be a disaster. Keep it on low, fixing the time as 24 hours, but the batter will ferment way earlier than that. Remember not to use the usual lid of the Instant Pot because it may get stuck as the batter will rise merrily, and if the lid gets stuck, then expect a merry tug of war time. You can cover it with an aluminum foil or any glass lid. The batter doubles up when it ferments. And see that magic, how well it has fermented. It is bubbly, airy. You can add salt now to this batter. I forgot to switch on the camera while adding salt, but add salt at this time, after fermentation. If your batter doesn't ferment well, your idlis won't be soft, neither will they be fluffy. Another thing to remember is that do not mix this batter too much as it will lose its rise. So mix the salt very gently and do not overmix. Next, keep this batter in an airtight container, and this can be stored in the refrigerator for 5 to 7 days. Always make idlis the first day, that is the day you get the fresh fermented batter. I'm not saying you cannot make idlis the next day. or day after. But idlis taste the best when made with fresh batter. Let's first make the idlis. Though I am using an idli cooker, you don't have to buy one. You can either buy only these round idli molds and steam in a large tall pot or stock pot. If you do not want to buy these molds, I also have another option for you that will be coming up right after this. Remember to grease the molds very well or else the idlis will stick. Add some water to the idli cooker and steam this for about 10 to 12 minutes. After 12 minutes, switch off the heat, allow it to rest for a few minutes and then demold the idlis. Dip a spoon in water each time and that will help you in scooping up the idlis. And see how cottony soft these idlis are. Next, what if you do not want to buy an idli cooker nor the idli molds? You can still make idlis and there are no excuses for not making. You can use any heat-proof bowl. It can be glass, porcelain, steel or ramekins like this. Every kitchen will have something that can be used. Just do not use anything plastic. Again, grease the bowls liberally with any oil and fill them up about a third way up. I call these as ramekin idlis. And my son loved having idlis like this since he was very little because this was the only way I made idlis, as I didn't have any idli molds back then. When you try settling at a new place, you need to focus on other necessities first. Take any deep pot or pan and boil some water in it. Place a steamer stand. Make sure the water stays below the stand. Place the bowls around. I get fancy on these by adding some grated carrot on top. You can also add finely chopped green beans. Steam these for 15 minutes or until a toothpick or skewer comes out clean. And look how they have risen. That's because the batter was nicely fermented. Scoop up the idlis with a spoon by running your spoon around the bowl first. Do not try pulling them out. You can have these with coconut chutney and sambar. I will leave the link of another video where I showed how to make idlis using store-bought batter. And there you will find how to make coconut chutney and sambar. Next day you can make Uttapam. Just take out some batter into a bowl with a clean spoon and store the rest of the batter immediately in the fridge. You can add a few tablespoons of water to this if you feel the batter is too thick. Heat a good quality non-stick pan, one that doesn't have those toxic materials. Heat it on medium heat. Brush a little oil around and pour the batter like pancakes. I add chopped onions, tomatoes, grated carrots. You can also add some chopped herbs and green chilies. Cover it and cook on medium heat. After a few minutes, when you see the sides are well set, flip each one of them. You can add a few drops of oil around. Flip them a few times and your mini Utthappams are all done. Serve these just like this with any sauce of your choice or with coconut chutney. Another day you can make larger Utthappams. Follow the same way but using more spoonfuls of batter. Do not have to spread too much. And your large Utthappams are all done. Finally, moving on to the toughest part, that is making dosa. My friends, I won't lie, but making dosa can be quite challenging for a beginner. I've described everything in detail how to make a dosa in another video where I use store-bought batter, and I will link that video in the description box, so please check out that video. Your pan needs to be very hot first. Brush oil lightly. Sprinkle some water to bring down the temperature of pan, then spoon around the batter. I've shown how to make this filling in that video that I mentioned earlier. You can have this without the filling as a plain dosa, or you can make the filling, and this is called masala dosa. So you make one batter, store it for a few days, and each day you can make something out of it. You can even prepare the chutney and sambar and store it for a few days in the refrigerator. So no stressing over breakfast or dinner every day. Make one base batter and turn it into meals each day, making something different, and your whole family will love it. So which one you think seemed easier for you, and which one you think you will be trying? Let me know in the comment section. And please do let me know if you have any questions regarding any of these recipes. Bye bye.